following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
To the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Wake up, America! It's time for the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY.com, West Palm Beach's #1 internet radio station. Here's your host, the Pipeman.
Yo, I'm back. Okay. But, you know, and I got to tell Juan while he's listening that I can hear it behind me. I'm at the studio today and I'm in one room and Juan's in the other room. And now it sounds better to me. Thank you, Juan. But here we are, the Adventures of Pipeman, W4CY Radio. I've been on a tear. I had to do podcast movement media coverage and NAB show media coverage, then Sonic Temple, then Welcome to Rockville, and here I am on a short break, and I'm leaving for Punk Rock Bowling on Friday. And then we had, by the way, we had an announcement today we're going to talk about. Shiprocked announced their lineup. I'm super freaking excited. And we're going to talk about that today. We're going to recap Sonic Temple. We're going to recap Welcome to Rockville. We're going to preview Punk Rock Bowling and what else we got going on in June. But today's the reveal. The reveal because the Pipeman, okay, and you're going to have to watch. We're going to have a special episode. We did a live interview with one of the coolest creative hair artists I've ever met. And she does a lot of the artists backstage at the festivals. She was with Chavo's band this time and a few others. And we had an interview with Chavo's band and 7 hours after Violet. We're going to talk about the interviews that we did. Sonic Temple, we didn't have to do interviews. We did do one remote one with Knights of Ebb, but we didn't have to do on site. So I just had fun and shenanigans at Sonic Temple. We will talk about that. But, okay, so I'm sitting there. You know what? I'm going to bring the pipe nuts on before I tell any more stories, okay? But you're going to also have a chance to win tickets today on the Adventures of Pipeman here on W4CY Radio. You could win tickets to Louder Than Life. You could win tickets to Aftershock. Both very badass festivals. They're coming in the fall. And right now, the pipe nuts are coming and falling into the show. There we are. Okay, we got Studio Nut. You're supposed to be called Studio Nut. It's a Studio One.
I'm going to change it. I was supposed to change it, but I forgot.
So, and then we have, finally, I can look at her background without being nauseated. We have Swamp Nut. Swamp Nut, I have a question for you. Did you actually read the description for the show today? She's muted and she's not talking.
I am talking. Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. Okay. So tell me the answer.
Yes, I did read the description for the show today.
Okay. So anybody that knows me, okay, one job I've never done in my life, nor would I ever want to, is be a server. Okay. I have the highest respect for servers. It is one of the hardest jobs you can do. And you have to deal with the most assholes. Okay. And so, and it's usually the assholes that don't tip, and it's usually the people that are easygoing that do. Okay. But listen, you need to tip your servers. I've seen these arguments on social media. This is the pipe peeve this week. One of them too, not the one I was talking about, Rebel. There's another pipe peeve. you're gonna have to remind me on later. I don't even know what the fuck it is right now. Okay, to be honest. You know, I knew it before the show, but now that my internal mic switch turned on, I'm gonna have to like take a break or something, turn it off, and figure it out. But I have to say that, you know, I see people arguing on social media about whether you should tip servers or not. Or because what they're doing a lot here in South Florida is they're just putting a mandatory tip on there. Why are they putting a mandatory tip? Because servers get screwed. You got these old people coming down here for the season and they don't tip shit. Okay, so you have to force them to tip. Okay, these people work their freaking butt off. And that's why today is, what day is today, Rebel? You're the day person. What national holiday is today?
National Waiters and Waitresses Day.
See, you're definitely on a different site than mine because I think you're on the Boomer site, okay? Because on my site, it says National Servers Day. The only people that calls them waiters and waitresses are boomers. Are you a boomer, Rebel?
Am I a boomer? I don't think so.
Oh, you're Gen X. You're a disgrace to Gen X. That's all I got.
And that's funny
I
because
am not.
the website that I'm looking at says National Wait Staff Day.
There you go. So it's okay. So Juan, you represent which generation you represent? Z, right?
No, millennial.
Oh, you're younger millennial. You might as well be Z. Okay, but anyway, because younger millennial and older millennial, I have both of them as my kids. The older millennials are more like Gen Xers. Like I can relate to them. The younger millennials, well, never mind. We won't talk about you like that, Juan. But Juan, which would you refer to them as? Waiters and waitresses, servers, or wait staff?
Waiters and waitresses.
I think wait staff sounds like you're a slave. Okay. Waiters and waitresses, really? Do you also call them stewardesses on airplanes too? Are you sure you're a millennial?
I should be.
Last checked, right?
Anyway, okay.
It's like one of the last of the millennials.
So we got to get this out of the way right now. But of course, today's the reveal. Okay. And so it was badass. I got to tell the story about it. But Rebel, I even toned it down a little bit. So because I had to go to the dentist.
Oh, God.
And I didn't want to come on the show with my hair like all over the place. So I put like some product in to make sure the dentist couldn't screw up my hair. Okay. But have you ever seen this color on my hair before? And can you tell what it is?
It looks like a purple magenta, maybe.
Yeah. It's got like, I think 2 kinds of purple and pink in it. And outside in the sun, it looks like iridescent. It's pretty freaking cool. Okay. Nice. And just in time for punk rock bowling, because if I just went there, see, I got the blonde because I was doing Shiprocked and it was 80s theme. So I was going with the whole new wave theme. And as Bella would say, okay, Bella and I talked about it, and I'm going to tell you what happened with Bella, okay, because she normally does my hair, and I cheated on her. Yeah, she's going to punch me. We already discussed it. And of course she's Latina, so yeah, she likes to punch.
Oh, she's gonna do more than punch.
And that's why I'm into Latinas, because I kind of like it. It kind of like it's very like it's a turn on when those hot spicy Latinas like punch you hard in the arm.
Is that why they call them spicy?
That's part of the reason. I think it's also because if you piss them off, you better run because it's gonna get hot in there. Okay, they're a little feisty, as you probably know on.
Yep.
Which is why you date an Asian. Mm-hmm. Why is it? And it's coming up all over the place. Gringos love Latinas, and Latinas love Gringos. It's pretty funny. It's like a match made in heaven. But okay, so yeah, what happened, okay, my psychic energy was working overtime because I was sitting watching a set at Rockville, and I was going to go to another set, and I'm like, you know what? something in my head said, go back to media because there might be somebody you have to meet back there or something like that. Swear to God, that's what went on my head. So I'm like, okay, I'll go back there for a couple minutes. I ended up missing the set because as soon as I walk back there, I get introduced to this, fabulous, badass, creative hair. I call her a hair artist. I don't know if she's known that yet. I didn't call her that there, but when I was trying to do the promo for the show, I'm like, she's a hair artist. Okay. Because it was pretty badass what she did. As Rebel knows, I've had my hair done live on the show before. I could tell you the last time I had live done on the show, it was kind of a shitstorm. Just saying. Do you remember, Rebel?
It's been a hot minute.
It was we were freaking out because we didn't think about where I was going to wash my hair, and they were going to wash it out. Okay, so
difficult.
But anyway, so what happened is I go back to the press area, and somebody introduces me to this woman, badass that basically she's wandering around doing festivals and other events, and she's doing the artist's hair backstage, and so she actually came. She was doing it with a few of the bands, but this day she was there for Chavo's band, and Chavo's from System of a Down. I know the two of you probably don't know that because you're on a show like mine and you don't even fucking know my music, but okay. So basically Chavo is from System of a Down, and I was interviewing his band, and basically she was doing their hair, and she does beards too. Like a lot of women stylists, they don't like to do beards. Bella doesn't like to do it and she explained it because they're like scared of our beards, because it is something that, like, if you mess it up, I've done it. The couple times I've shaved my face in my adulthood is because I screwed up trimming my beard. Okay. And then I look in the mirror. I'm like, that's scary looking. The first time I shaved my goatee, because I couldn't grow a full beard till I was like 50. Swear to God. So I had a goatee my whole life. The first time my kids ever saw me with a clean face, no facial hair, I had shaved my whole goatee off, and I walked out, and they literally got scared. Okay. They're like, Dad, please grow it back. So, but anyway, this badass shaved my beard, not shaved it, but trimmed it. We have video of the whole thing, because here's what happened. Okay. So I'm telling her about all different hair colors I've had and everything different, and and switch around. And I'm telling her what a publicity whore I am. Okay. And and I'm like, I always am like the publicity whore for people doing my hair for the years too. And like people watch my Facebook and like, ooh, what color is it going to be this time? Right or wrong, Rebel? Like, and then so basically I told her about I did once live on my show. I'm like, hey, I'll interview you and you could do my hair live while I'm interviewing you right here backstage at Welcome to Rockville. And I
have a question.
So, yes.
Backstage, did you think about when you were going to rinse it out that time too? Or how's that going to work out?
Rent it out.
Rinse it out.
Oh, rinse it out?
Yeah.
Kind of. But I really have to tell you that I was so freaking impressed, because basically I just said to her, she's like, well, what do you want to do? And I just said to her what I've said to others before. I'm like, you know what? Do whatever you want. I don't even care. Don't even tell me. Do whatever you want. I don't care. Okay. I said, I used to care.
Tell us that ever. Never.
Well, I used to care when my hair was long, because then they'd want to chop it off or some shit like that. But when it's short, it just grows back. So if you don't like it, you do something different, you grow it back, whatever. Okay. Or you might go, oh my God, this is the coolest ever. So literally, we did film the whole doing of my hair. Okay. So how it started, we did the next day. How it started is we were over by the concrete and we're like, we need to move over to grass because if this color gets on the concrete, we're in big trouble. Okay. So we moved over to grass. It was nice. We were inside the Daytona Speedway. I have pictures of me getting my hair done with the Speedway behind me. Badass. Okay. And so basically, yeah, she did my hair. I was surprised how quick she did it too. Like usually my hair is like a major ordeal. She did it pretty quick and she was on the money. And I did not have a chance to look the whole time. I didn't look. I didn't have a mirror, nothing. I just let her do what she was going to do. Okay. She came with 3 different colors. I got a little nervous and, oh my God. So what I did the night before was I called Bella with her sitting with me. And I basically said to Bella that, you're
cheating on her.
I didn't use that word. Bella did. Okay. But I used word that somebody else is going to be doing the hair, blah, 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 blah. I started off the conversation with, you're going to kill me. Now, let me just say that, she brought up the cheating. And then I said something to the hairstylist, like, yeah, she's probably going to punch me for this. And Bella said she would. Bella said she would. And I said, I'm looking forward to it. And so anyway, we did this. We're going to have a special episode of the Adventures of Pipeman. We are working on it right now. That is going to be that live video of me at Welcome to Rockville backstage, getting my hair done. There might be some attacks by squirrels. I don't know. Barney the dinosaur might show up. I don't know. So I do have to tell you, I sent pictures to Bella right away after it was done, and she's like, oh my God, I love it. I love the purple. But going back to what I was saying in the beginning, she said, because I did call her out to him, like, you always say you love my hair. Like, I don't believe you. I don't believe that you always love my hair. Okay. She's like, well, what am I supposed to do? Tell you I don't like it? I'm like, well, yeah, if it looks like shit, tell me. Listen, I'm from New York and New Jersey. Okay. Don't say bless your heart. Just say fuck you. Okay. I'd rather you just say fuck you to me. Okay. That it's not being nice saying bless your heart. No, it's not nice saying bless your heart because you're just lying to people. Okay. People would rather know where they stand. So,
right. But
yes, I don't want my hairstylist letting me go out in public with shitty looking hair just because she doesn't want to hurt my feelings. Okay.
That's the difference between North and South.
Totally. Southerners you can't trust as far as you can spit because they never tell the truth. Just saying. But anyway, that's why you didn't win the war, Rebel.
No,
and that's why the South will never rise again.
No,
ever. Because you can't tell the truth.
Whatever.
Rebel's like the epitome of what a Southerner is. Okay.
I'm so far from being a true Southerner. It's unreal.
I don't believe that. You live on
people.
Okay. I have 3 ways that you are a true Southerner. The first way is that you live on a street that they don't even allow people of color still in 2025.
I moved away from there because I did not agree.
She just proved there's a place that she lived. See, she just proved there was a place she lived. How long ago did you move? Because I don't want people to think it was like 30 years.
13 years.
Come on, it
11.
wasn't. I was there. You allowed a Yankee Jew to be there. I almost died being on your street. Okay.
You did not. And I moved away
I couldn't have
from
gone there
11 years ago.
Right? Like I can at least hide being a Jew. You can't hide being hated, Juan.
Why would anybody hate Juan?
They wouldn't. But let me tell you what happened. I went to the dentist this morning to get my teeth cleaned, and my normal dental hygienist, she wasn't there. She's from Colombia. She wasn't there. Okay. And I'm like, oh man. So what happened is she got deported.
No.
Yeah. To Green Acres.
Oh.
I was in the Lake Worth office and she got deported to the Green Acres office.
Oh, you are terrible.
But that's because the Lake Worth office is right next to a Bodegan supermarket. So the dentist said to me, they used to have a show many years ago, that same dentist. Okay, you remember, Rebel? But the dentist said to me, ICE has been coming around there a lot because of the supermarket. So all his undocumented employees, he sent to the Green Acres office. Because Green Acres is the place to be. And Green Acres, like if you remember the TV show, it's about as you know, I'll just say it, as white as can be, okay? And so, like, it's a good place to hide the people that you don't want being deported.
Wait a minute. No.
What's your problem? What's your problem? They might deport me, man. I don't want to get deported. Like, I heard that Resident Rump, okay? I heard that Resident Rump is good. I heard
you
that
realize today is hump day, right?
Resident Rump is humping it right down the road here. Okay. The Secret Service is probably right outside the studio because we're so close to Mar-a-Lago. But anyway, Resident Rump, okay. I heard that he's going to start deporting anybody that likes to date Latinas. So the Pipeman's in trouble.
Damn.
What would you do? What would you do if he deports you back to the promised land?
You mean Costa Rica? I would be upset about it a bit. I'd get better health care for a lot less money, better education for no money, surf, yoga, hot tikas, like the best sunsets in the world. What could be wrong?
And he talks about
I saw a speech that he did where he said, you don't have to go back to your country. You can just tell us where you want to go and we'll send you.
I think the new national anthem will be, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Oh my God. What the fuck world do we live in? I can't believe.
Questionable these days.
I can't believe my generation fought to take down the Berlin Wall and fought to get rid of all this stuff has to live through this shit again. What the hell? But anyway, okay. So we need to go and move on from that negative bullshit, okay?
We do.
So I got my media approval today from Hellfest too. Okay, it's so cool because I had to use Google Translate to know if I was approved or not because it's all in French. And so like it's like
it doesn't translate to English wrongly, does it?
So I hope I'm approved because I don't know if Google Translate was right or not because I'm already going. So like, yeah, next month I'm going to be doing Download in the UK. I already got interviews set up for Download. I'm super excited. I'm super excited to see all my friends over there because they are the coolest people to do media with over there. And then I'll be at Hellfest, which is to me the promised land. Okay, that is the most badass, like, decorated festival in the world. And then I'm waiting for approval on possibly doing Resurrection Fest in Spain. But there is here's how the Pipeman rolls. Okay, there's a 2 days off between Download and Hellfest. So you would think, what, I'm going to hang out in London or I'm going to go to France and just hang out there and wait and do nothing? No. I'm not even staying on the continent, okay? I booked that I'm going to Marrakesh, Morocco for 2 days. So I'll go in from the UK to Africa to the European Union.
You're
Sounds
gonna
like a lot
have
of
jet lag
vaccines.
so bad.
And I just hope that I come back from Marrakesh because I am a Jew. But we'll see. I'm willing to take the chance. I'm just saying.
But speaking of all your international travel, another day it is today is International Tea Day.
For UK, oh, you just remind me. Thank God, Rebel. There's a new rule for the UK to get into UK. Thank God I was told this by actually our Canadian, whatever she is, our
Canadian.
resident Canadian language of healing helper. So she's the one that told me, like, did you get a UK visa? I'm like thinking to myself, why do I have to get a UK visa? But that's a new thing now. You have to actually apply for the visa for the UK. That must have something to do with the stupid shit we're doing over here that now American, we're deporting everybody. So now we can't go anywhere else either. I don't know, but I got to fill out some thingy. They cannot hold the Pipeman back. The Pipeman will invade the UK, whether they like it or not. But let's back up a little bit because that's next month. Why are we talking about next month's shit? Okay, we need to talk about, well, my hair. It does look badass. It's like in the sunlight. It's like iridescent. It's kind of cool. And you know what? Here's a good thing. Rebel, every time I've changed my hair, I change my sunglasses to match my hair. Okay, so like
You
when I
didn't
had
need to change your glasses this time.
no, because you know what? Like I had the red ones for the red hair, and I had these for the blue hair because they have blue M, but they have the purple M too. So like that's pretty badass. I didn't even have to get new sunglasses to match the hair, and it was perfect timing too because I'm going to punk rock bowling this weekend. So it's a beautiful thing. I mean, like. I couldn't have the new wave hair. Well, I could have at punk rock bowling because they have new wave bands, but I need to stand out. Okay, so purple and pink it is, and whatever it is. Okay, I don't even know what color it is. She did some magic artistry, and like voila, the Pipeman looks fucking cool as hell, and even Bella said you should probably go to her from now on. She does it a lot better than me. No, she didn't really.
Oh no,
She didn't really say that. I'm just speaking for her.
She's gonna punch you twice as many times now that you said that. I'm gonna call her and tell her to listen to the show. If she's not listening live right now, I'm calling her to tell her.
So let's tell. Okay, here's the thing. Juan, let's see if Juan was paying attention. Okay. One, can you please I need 2 favors from you. One is I just want you to do that little intro clip of the show we're going to do of my hair getting done. I want to show that on the show here. Number 1. Number 2, I want you to tell right now and put it across the scrolling ticker at the bottom too, where people can find this amazing hair artist.
I can do better than that. I can put a thumbnail up.
Ooh, let's do that. Look at that. There she is.
Oh, check her hair out. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, she's a badass. But see, that's how you can reach her. Okay, so it's Wanderlust Hair Collective. So if you go on socials, you can find her under Wanderlust Hair Collective is her place on the socials. And basically you could go to the website and then what was her, do you remember what her personal one is? Juan, I know it, but I gotta see if you were paying attention.
No, I don't remember.
So far you were doing good, now you fucked up. Okay. You were doing so good too. I can't even believe how good you were doing, and then you just funked it. So but
Wow.
there's I'll give you a hint, Juan. I'll give both of you a hint. Say if you can guess. I said part of it before when I was talking about how she was. So her name is Angela Kristina, but okay, what is her Instagram name? I said most of it before. Were you paying attention? I guess not.
Goodness.
There's not supposed to be dead air, you idiot.
All right, but
okay.
That's having to recall every word we said.
It's fabulous underscore AK. Fabulous. It's fabulous.
Fabulous.
Okay, so anyway, she is a badass. You need to check her out, especially if you're in New York, because she has a salon in New York. So you have to go to her salon. Okay, do we have that clip ready, Juan?
You want to just do the intro because it has the actual intro for your show as well.
I don't want to. Can you play the part without the intro of my show and just the intro of that? Is that possible? Can you line that up? I know you can. Rebel probably couldn't, but you can.
That is so true. That is so very true.
So while he's doing that, let me do a recap of Sonic Temple, and then we'll go to Welcome to Rockville. But Sonic Temple was badass. Okay, it's in a big stadium. Metallica played two different sets, two different nights. I have a question, Rebel. Why is your thing where it says Swamp Nut, why does it look like it's shaded on one side?
Not sure. I don't understand what's going on with that.
Yeah, that's weird. But anyway, I wonder if it also shows like your mic is muted. That's weird.
She's using a different computer to route the sound through.
Oh, okay. So basically, they played two sets, two separate nights, 2.5 hours each. I got 5 hours of Metallica at Sonic Temple. And there were so many great bands, so many great shenanigans, a lot of fun. What a great festival. It was great to not have to work and just enjoy it and see sets of bands. Like I was looking at bands, I'm like, ooh, I'm not going to be able to catch this set at Welcome to Rockville. I'm going to do it here. And first time in 28 years, Acid Bath. First time at a festival, Lincoln Park. Okay. And so then, do you know what else went on, Rebel? Were you paying attention?
About Acid Bath?
No, about Sonic Temple. Can you give your review of Sonic Temple?
I wasn't there. I didn't go. I don't know.
Yeah, but you weren't paying attention what was going on with me? Come on now.
You were too hard to keep up with on.
Let me tell you what happened. That was your cue to do the pipe peeve, okay? But no, you couldn't get your cue. Okay, so the pipe peeve is this. Uber and Lyft absolutely suck in Columbus, Ohio. I had a bunch of horrible experiences. I had one good one. It was the first time I decided, hey, I'm not going to rent a car. I'll just use Uber. That was a bad move. Well, Uber was not a bad move, but let me tell you what happened in Lyft. And I just got something back right before the show, so that's why it's fresh as a peeve on me. Okay, so there is one drop-off pickup area at Sonic Temple. There's a long traffic line. We get off the main road, and he doesn't go towards that. He goes another way. This was Lyft, by the way. This was Lyft. Lyft. Okay? And this, I'm figuring, I didn't say anything because I figured maybe he knew a way around the traffic or something. You know, it's not my job. I'm not going to act like a know-it-all. And then he takes me into this random bad neighborhood and drops off a 58-year-old that had 2 heart attacks, white male, in the middle of the hood, okay? And where he goes is he turns on this like little dead-end street, and there's this fence that maybe could lead to where Sonic Temple is, but it's closed off, and it says, no, it's got the big, like, don't go here or you will die, like sign, type of thing. And so I just, and I'm sitting there and he's like, okay, you're here at the pink lot. I'm like, this is not a pink lot. We're on a street. Okay. This is not where I'm supposed to be dropped off. And he insists he is. And he's like, get out of the car. I'm like, no, I'll get out of the car when you drop me off at the proper place that I scheduled for, not in some random street in some random neighborhood. I said, I don't even know where I am. And he goes, no, you get out now. So I did get out. And then what I did is I instantly decided to call Lyft, but before he could get a chance to get away, and get this, he didn't even put they drop me off. He put they drop me off like 10 minutes later because he probably drove back to the place where he's supposed to drop me off to make it look like he dropped me off at the right place. So what I did is I basically, I was standing in the street calling Lyft with my back to him. I guess he couldn't get out of the street or something, so he tried to run me over. I shit you not. Okay? And he's God. Like 2 inches from me because I stepped back, and he opens his window. He's like, you try that again and I'll report you. It's all recorded. I'm like, good. I'm glad it's recorded. What are you reporting me for? I'm reporting you right now on the phone, for doing this. And so as I'm on the phone with them, he drives away and he does call and report me. And Lyft deactivates my account. Like without talking to me, without seeing the tape recording, without any proof of nothing, while I'm on the other line reporting this guy. And
what was he reporting you for?
He said I physically attacked him. I should have. Like, listen, the normal me might have, but I knew I was being recorded, so I wouldn't have. And I'm in somebody else's vehicle. Who knows? He could be a serial killer. I'm not going to be stupid about it. Okay. So so I get deactivated from Lyft. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And then I write back to the person I'm talking to, proves left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing. You can't talk to somebody. You got to do it through email and the phone, but whatever, And so I wrote the person I was dealing with. I was like, what is this? And now I can't even get to the festival because you dropped me in this place. I'm like, you guys better do something because I'll tell you what, I'm 58 years old. I had 2 heart attacks, left in a bad neighborhood, and I don't know where I am. That is a lawsuit looking to happen, And so I did get credited back. Like I'm deactivated, but I got credited back for it because I did so wrong. And then, okay, so then I have to reply to the other person. I'm like, here, this is what was going on. I was on the other line. He did this. I didn't physically attack him. I didn't do anything. Reinstitute my account. Never till today. It still never got reinstituted. I finally emailed today. I'm like, what's going on before I have to consult my attorney? This is ridiculous. I can't even use Lyft myself. But, so what do? They email me back. We have decided to reactivate your account, but if you ever do this again, we're going to permanently deactivate you.
How gracious of them. You didn't do anything. So wait a minute.
Your driver tried to run me over. Like, seriously.
That's some crazy stuff.
No doubt, man. And then so as I'm in this bad neighborhood walking, some random, possible crack addict, possible gangbanger starts talking to me. So I'm on the phone with Lyft, and in the background, she's like, oh, well, it sounds like you're okay, that there's somebody there offering to help you. I'm like, no. They may be offering me crack, but they're not offering to help me, So, yeah, that was... But then I had a really good day at Sonic Temple, so it's okay. But they haven't heard the last of me. And I have a peeve about my vehicle too. Okay, my Jeep had to have some work done on it. I went to a dealer just to get it checked out because I knew they were going to be a ripoff. They wanted to charge me like $10,000, and I said, well, I want a breakdown. What did they do? They wrote it on a piece of paper, and it basically said, you need this and the amount of money. So I went to this other cool mechanic who we're going to talk about more too on another show. But man, they are badass. Like, I will recommend them. I don't recommend any mechanic. You're going to find out on one of the next shows. We're going to talk all about them because we're going to recommend them. But right now, today is all about recommending the badass hairstylist. Welcome to Rockville, Sonic Temple. We covered Sonic Temple. That's over. We're done with that. Okay, now, welcome to Rockville. Also badass. Okay, so here's your trivia question, Rebel. Are you ready?
Never.
Are you ready, Rebel? You need to speak when I ask a question. We can't have dead air,
never.
okay? People think that you died. Okay.
What?
All right. So I want you to read off the whole list of who I interviewed at Welcome to Rockville.
No.
Maybe no.
I don't have the list.
How do you? I want you to guess. Guess. I'll tell you what. Guess three bands.
Oh, for
guess
Christ's
three
sake.
bands, Rebel. Guess three bands.
I can't do that.
All right, never mind. You're an idiot.
Can't do it. I know.
These Southerners in their education, they can't read minds. Like they don't teach you that in school.
No.
Okay.
Biscuit.
No, they weren't even playing there, Rebel. Why don't you pay attention to the festivals we're promoting, okay?
You should not ask me these questions.
By the way, everybody go to Shiprock's website or to their Facebook, and you can see the lineup and buy your tickets now for Shiprock because it's going to be badass. Okay, so I interviewed Miss May I, Chain Saint of Mice and Men, the Almighty Guar, and in that's going to be a great interview because we talked about them decapitating Resident Rump on stage and what they're going to do to Nazianthus. And then a Skylit Drive, Dry Kill Logic, Blue October, the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, Bowling for Soup, Candlebox, Until I Wake. Hold on, I got a cough and I didn't hit my cough button. Okay, Until I Wake. And Franz from Attila. Now, that was a badass interview because at the end of the interview, there was like 2 minutes left in the interview, and we had already talked for, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. I'm like, okay, so now let's talk about Attila. Because we talked the whole time about one of his passions, which is we're at the Daytona Speedway, and he basically has raced on there. He told me a story about racing on there with had something to do with a Ferrari and police. You'll have to listen to the interview. But anyway, in the middle of the interview, we hear this vroom, 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 and we're like, holy shit. Like it was like right after he said something and this happened. So it turned out it was Emily from Lincoln Park in a monster truck on the raceway.
Oh, nice.
We didn't know it was her, but we didn't know what it was. We knew something was racing out there. So it was like the perfect background for the interview. It was so cool. And he said he was so happy when I said, and not for what you think, he was so happy when I said about, okay, let's talk about Attila now, because he says in the interview, he's like, oh my God, this was like the best interview ever. Because we weren't talking about Attila throughout the interview. And so anyway, Newfound Glory, which local heroes here, they're from Margate, Coral Springs here. And we've actually had a brother on the show quite a bit of one of Newfound Glory, Nevin. He's a great, great chiropractor down in that area. And Attack, Deadly Apples, Shane from Silverstein, Everclear. That was a cool ass interview. You guys gonna have to definitely check that out. The Pretty Wild, the Union Underground, my friends, Return to Dust. Also, that was an amazing interview. I interviewed them last year at Rockville, and it was amazing this year. And they're actually a DWP band. Evans Blue, which there was some, there might have been some shenanigans with somebody from Evans Blue afterwards, but that's for another time. 7 Hours After Violet, as I talked about, that Chavo's band, Lit, Of Virtue, and Dead Heat. So why didn't you know those, Rebel? That's what I want to know.
Because
how could you not?
there.
How could you not? I know, but you should just know.
I
Like-
was going to say Gwar, and I was only going to say them because they were here in Baton Rouge recently, or they're fixing to come to Baton Rouge. I don't know, but either one, I saw the promotion, and it's like, I was going to say them just to guess.
I told them if they ever go back to Louisiana to bring you up on stage and decapitate you, and then come on you.
No, don't want that. Not
But-
even at all.
They did change because we got a picture like one of Gwar used to have 4 penises. Now it's just a whole clitoris. So 2025.
Ouch. Well, then.
Okay, so now there's that. Okay, now Juan, did I give you enough time to queue up what we want to watch?
I only needed 30 seconds, but yeah, here it is.
Never tell any woman that.
Okay, I don't see anything. Nothing's happening.
Something, but not what we want.
It's just, and he's trying to play it. I can see him trying to play it.
Here's your host, the Pipeman.
I'm sinking now. I'm so far now. And I can feel you though you're gone. I scream now.
Here we go. All right, step into my office, sir.
All right. And there I go. It's a very scary moment in time. Because I'm like, do whatever you want. I don't care. I kind of did care. No, I'm just kidding. I wasn't worried at all. I wasn't nervous. You see, I said I was scared. I wasn't. I was only nervous about getting in trouble for getting color on the ground. Doesn't help for the video, but it helps for this. So,
All right, are you ready?
all right, we don't want to watch the whole thing, Juan, because people have to see the show. I just wanted to see that beginning part. But here's what was really cool too, is that this comment I made. I'm always worried about their stain in my skin. Like they're good. Bella's good at that. She preps it and all that. But I was utterly amazed. There was not one stain I could see, and she didn't even really try hard to get rid of it. Whatever she uses, she's magical. So you guys gotta check her out. She's totally magical. Put up her info again, Juan. There it is. Check her out, people, because it's just magic. And so quick, good, and it came out perfect, and I got all kinds of compliments from it. I almost got laid like 5 times that night.
Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Well, it was almost because the sets I wanted to see were more important.
You said almost got laid 5 times.
Yeah. Yeah, that means 4.5. Okay, we can take that down now.
It's good to know that you're a publicity whore, not an actual whore.
No, I definitely am not, because I am so afraid of my shit falling off, man. Like, if you insert it in the wrong place, that shit's gonna fall off. Like,
ouch.
There should be, like, God should implement this thing that if it's bad, like they should do a recall. You know?
There's a recall on that. I'm sorry, I can't function with it.
Just take it in for service.
Something like that. Something's got to give. Okay, that's all I'm saying. But anyway,
they keep on giving after the fact is the problem.
yeah, it is the gift that keeps giving. That's for sure.
You have to be careful; it doesn't get repoed.
I know, right? So, okay, so there is 2 more shout outs I have to do of favorite moments of Welcome to Rockville. But listen to all the interviews. We'll talk about stuff. But oh my God, I was so excited because one of my favorite friends and bartenders and hairstylists. Wait, this is going to be funny. Okay. She usually bartends out there with Gen Pop. Okay. But she got brought back into media. So she was in my neck of the woods the whole time. I was so excited about that. Because, like, At Rockville, we have this artist media lounge area, and it has a free open bar. Good thing the Pipeman doesn't drink, because that free open bar would be, I would take the Jew side of me would take full advantage of that. If it's free, there's a Yiddish word, nemsve, free, take two. They also have a free drip bar. Okay. And I'll tell you what the real highlight was. Man, at the end of it, Sunday night, I was there Wednesday night, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. At the end of the night, festival's over. We're all back there. And Danny Wimmer comes out and brings out a whole crab bake. Like, it was the most amazing thing. Crab, shrimp, oysters. There was vegetarian and vegan stuff there. There was all kinds of stuff. And it was just like such the coolest thank you ever. And he got up and spoke to everybody. And he said he had good news and he had bad news. The good news is that we broke records at Welcome to Rockville of ticket sales. The most sold rock festival in the whole United States of America. The bad news is Louder Than Life, with Slayer headlining in September, is already outselling Rockville. There it is. And you have a chance to win tickets to Louder Than Life or Aftershock. Just DM me on my socials or comment here or whatever and tell me you want to win. And I'm going to give you a test to see if you're worthy of winning. And we'll see who wins. So that's that part. How much time we got left here? None.
We're already over time.
Yeah, no, we don't have time. But here's the thing. I also want to say that it was badass, and now I'm leaving for Vegas for another one of my favorite festivals, Punk Rock Bowling. Stay tuned for a recap on that, because that's going to be so much fun. They have bowling tournament, poker tournament. It takes over all downtown Las Vegas. They have the Punk Rock Swim. Imagine a bunch of punk rockers with colored water circle pitting in a pool, okay, with a band playing. That's badass. And then they have all these club shows, and I'm super excited because for the first time in I don't know how many years, the Sex Pistols will be performing at Punk Rock Bowling. Oh my God, I'm so pumped about that. I can't believe Sid Vicious is coming back to play. Never mind, it's not Sid. Okay, but it is going to be cool. It's going to be really cool. And I love it. And tune in next week because we'll do a recap of that. We'll do other things. But look at my socials. Stay tuned because we're going to play that special episode of me getting, I don't know. Oh, but the other funny thing is Chantel, she said something too that I was cheating on her. So this, let me tell you, this hair artist that I met has to be like phenomenal because I cheated on 2 other women for her to turn me purple. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. And thanks for being on the Adventures of Pipeman. Even though Rebel's here too. Roll it, Juan.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.